Good morning, students. Welcome back to HTML class. Today, here I am going to explain in this video. I am going to explain list. List in HTML means what are the list, what is the use of the list, and how to create a list. Okay, so actually, what is the use of the list? When you want to create a web page, web page of a hotel example. So before the list items, if you want to display any symbols like a circles, numbers, then we'll use the concept of the list. Okay, so list is the process of displaying the data in bulleted or numbering format. Means before the text item, list of items. Example, if you'll take the hotel menu, you have a list of items. So before the list of items, if you have a bullets like a disk, circles, numbers, then if you want to design a web page for a hotel, then what happened? You need to design a web page for the hotel with a list of items. So before the list of items, if you want to follow any sequence or if you want to display any symbols, then we'll use the concept of list. Okay. What are the list? List is nothing but it is the process of displaying number or bullets in front, means before the list items. Okay. So HTML list of present information in a well. Again, what is the use of this list? It is used to present data in a content in a well structured manner. So understood what the list? List are used to display content in a structured format, and before each and every list items there is a specific bullet or numbering format. Means each and every list item is preceded with any one of the bullet or any one of the sequence. Okay. Now here how many types of list the HTML support? There are three types of list: unordered list, ordered list, definition list. So how many types of list we have? Three types of list: unordered list, ordered list, definition list. Okay, now we'll discuss about the unordered list. With the name itself, you can identify unordered list. Unordered list means unordered. There is no order. Means if you don't want to follow any order, any sequence, then we'll use this type of list. Okay, so whatever list items you include in this type of list, before that list items you won't get any sequence. Instead of the list item, instead of the sequence, what bullets you will get is different circles, rectangles, disk. That type of bullets you will get before the text, before the list items. Okay, understood? So where you don't want to follow the sequence, there we'll use the unordered list. Unordered list, what it will display before the text. In unordered list, each and every list item preceded with a bullet, and that bullet is not in a sequence. That may be a special symbol. Understood? And this unordered list also called as the bulleted list. And the unordered list starts with a UL tag and ends with UL closing tag. And each and every list item, whatever list item you have in the unordered list, that should be preceded with LI tag. Means all the list items should be included between a LI opening and LI closing tag. Okay, here LI stands for the list item. You can observe the syntax here. So inside the body tag I have given a list items. Okay, so list item I have given, and as I said, unordered list starts with the UL opening tag and it ends with UL closing tag. Okay, and each and every list item, example I1, I2 are the list items. So list items are preceded with some disk or any symbol, but each and every list item should be included between a LI opening and LI closing. The right side you can see BSc, BCom, BA have given. So before the BSc, BCom, BA, what bullets you have? Disk you have. Means that disk means there is no order, that is a symbol. So before the text, if you want to display any type of bullet, okay, any type of symbol, and there we'll use the unordered list, because unordered list which does not follow the sequence, it will display the symbols. Understood? So unordered list starts with UL opening tag and ends with UL closing tag. Each and every list item in the list is preceded with a LI tag. Understood? Now here I'll explain the program. You can see in the body section, as I said, UL's unordered list starts with UL opening tag and it ends with UL closing tag. And each and every list item should be included between LI opening and LI closing. How many list items I have included here? 3 list items I have included: BSc, BCom, BA. Okay, understood? And the list, unordered list ends with UL closing. Now, customization of unordered list. What does the customization means? Example, as I said before, whenever you display the list items using an unordered list, before the list item, what you will get? Disk, you will get. By default, a disk you will get. But you don't want a disk. You want to display the rectangle or square if you want to display. Then you are changing the default bullet. So that process is called as a customization. So customization is a process of changing the default bullet. Okay, what is the default bullet? Disk. So here in this example, what bullet, new bullet I have given? Square I have given. So if you want to give a new bullet, then what type of bullet you want to supply, that information you should give. Okay. So that information you can pass by using the type attribute. Here you can see UL type equals to square. What is the use of the type attribute? Type attribute is used to give the name of the new bullet which you want to give. Okay, as I already said, all the attributes should be included inside the opening tag only. So that is why in the UL opening tag, I have given the attribute UL type equals to square. So what new bullet you are giving? Square. You have changed the default bullet? Yes. So that is why it is called as a customization. In the customization, what we are doing, we are changing the default bullet. The default bullet is a disk. So you can give a new bullet by using the type attribute. So how many types of bullets are available? Disk is there, square is there, rectangle is there. You can give a new type of bullet. So I have given 3 bullets from the, but you're supposed to give only 1 bullet. Understood? So you can customize, you can change the default bullet in unordered list by using the type attribute. Now come to the next, ordered list. Ordered list. In the name itself, you have a definition where you want to follow the order. For list item, wherever you want to follow the order, there will use the ordered list. Okay, means this type of list, in this type of list, each and every list item is preceded with some sequence. Okay, means for all the list items, there is some sequence like 1 to 10, A to Z, like that. Sequence. Each and every list item is followed. All the list items follows some sequence. Okay, so ordered list starts with OL tag, whereas unordered list starts with UL tag. Ordered list starts with OL tag. And all the list items in the ordered list preceded with LI tag. It is similar to the unordered list. Only the difference is here the list items are using some sequence, where in unordered list there is no sequence for the list items. Okay, and similarly each and every list item should be included between a LI opening and closing. You can see the syntax, see in the body section, OL opening tag. Always an ordered list starts with OL and it ends with closing OL. Each and every list item is preceded with LI. It means all the list items should be included between a LI opening and LI closing. You can observe the output here. Default list, BSc, BCom, BA. Same list items we have. But in the previous, in the unordered list, before the list item, we used disk. But here in this example, before the list items, we used sequence. What sequence we followed? 1, 2, 3. And this is a default sequence. You no need to give this. By default, this sequence is applied to list items. Now, example program you can see in the body section again. OL starts with order list starts with OL tag and it ends with OL closing tag. Each and every list item is included between a LI opening and closing. You can see the output. First BSc, first BCom, first third is a BA. BSc, BCom, BA. 3 list items we have, and for that list items, what sequence we followed? The number sequence, and this is a default sequence. Now come to the customization of unordered list. Again, same customization means changing the default bullet as we changed in an unordered list. Here, what is the default sequence we are following? Number 1 to 10. For all the list items, there is a default sequence that is 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, it depends on the list of items. But I don't want to follow that sequence. I want to give a ABC, ABCD I want to give, small ABC I want to give, capital ABC I want to give, small Roman numbers I want to give, capital numbers I want to give. So in that case, what happened? You are changing the default bullet. The default bullet is a number that you are changing. So when you're changing the default bullet, if you want to give a new bullet, then you can give a new bullet by using a type attribute. Okay. You see the syntax, order list, type equals to small a, capital A, like that. Means you need to give the first character of that sequence. So when you give the first character of that sequence, the remaining list items follow the same sequence. No need to, for each and every list item, you no need to give whatever sequence you want to follow. In the order list or unordered list, in the opening tag, you give that syntax. You need to give the first character of that sequence. The remaining list items will follow the same sequence. Understood? In case of unordered list, you need to give the bullet. What bullet you want to follow. In case of ordered list, you need to give the first character of the sequence which you want to follow. Okay. You can see the example program. Here, what sequence I have followed? Capital A. Okay. Understood? Means BSc, BCom for all the list items. First BSc you will get capital A. BCom you will get capital B. And BA you will get capital C. Now, the third list is a definition list. Definition list is also called as a description list because this list provides description to the word. One word, if I'll give BSc, that is a word, definition term. That if you want to give the definition DD, that is a description. Okay, so using the definition list here, what we'll do is, we'll give one word. In the next line, we'll give the definition of that word. This type of list you can observe in a dictionary where you will get one word. In the next line, you will get a definition of that word. That is nothing but the definition list, description list. So on the web page, if you want to create a definition list, means if you want to create a web page like in a dictionary format, then we'll use the definition list. Understood? So in the definition list here, we have 3 tags, DL, DT, DD. DL stands for the definition list. This tag starts the list, and DL closing tag close the list. It will end the list. Like OL opening, OL closing, UL opening, UL closing. Similarly, definition list starts with the DL tag and it's end with closing DL. Understood? Now the second one is DT. DT stands for the definition term. As I said, definition list is display the one word in the first line and the definition of that word in the second line. So the word which you want to display, the word to which you want to give the definition, that word should be included between a DT opening and a closing. Okay, so between a DT opening and a closing, to whichever word you want to give the definition, that word you include. Now, the next one is DD. Okay, what is a DD? It is nothing but it is a data definition. That about that word, what definition you want to supply. Example, BSc is a word. Bachelor of Science is a definition. Example. So, Bachelor of Science should be included between a DD opening and a DD closing. Whereas, BSc is included between a DT opening and a closing. And these 2 tags must be enclosed between a DL opening and closing. Understood? So now we'll see the example program of the definition list. See, in the syntax, again in the body section, the list starts with DL opening and it ends with DL closing. And the DT, what is the DT? Definition term. To which word you want to give the definition. Next to DD, it is a description. Means it is a definition of that word. You can observe the example program in the body section. BSc have given the word. In the next line, what definition I have given? Science. Okay, so science is a definition of the BSc and commerce is the definition of the BCom. So definition should be included between a DD opening and DD closing, and the word to which you are giving the definition, that should be included between a DT opening and a DT closing. Okay, so this is about your list. Here I have included your three lists: order list, unordered list, definition list. Beside only you have an output, that also you can check. Unordered list. In unordered list, list of items preceded with disk. In ordered list, same list of items I have included. In ordered list, the list of items are preceded with default sequence 1, 2. And in definition list, first BSc, science, next BCom, commerce. So this is about list in HTML. How to include list in HTML? It is very easy. How to display and how to write the code. If you'll remember, it's more than enough. Thank you. I hope you all understood. Okay, just you observe the program, how to include, how to start the list, how to close the list.